to. I said I'll hold on. It's a simple principle, but now I'm stuck on my own. I need to find a way to save myself. Since I'm not a hero. 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 Since I'm not a principle, but now I'm stuck on my own. I need to find a way to save myself. Since I'm not a hero. 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 Since I'm not a
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Oh gosh, Spotify. I don't need to. Hold on, Zana. I am joined today by Zana. I have to unmute them. Hello, Zana.
Hello.
Hello, chat. I'm so sorry that streams are so sporadic right now. I'm gonna say this until we're back on track. And I know you've all been so patient and supportive anyway, but I feel bad. Not just because you guys are, follow for content, subscribe for content, but also like because it does I enjoy this. It gives me a level of fulfillment that I and like an outlet that I apparently need in my life and I it hurts my brain. My brain chemistry, the good feel brain stuff when I have to cancel.
The dopamine
Sure. I don't know.
is.
Makes me feel really down sometimes. Hi, Krim.
Oh, hi, Krim.
Uh,
No, it's fair.
so I really enjoy it. Please know that I am not canceling just to cancel and that like it does it shouldn't hit me in a negative way and maybe that says something to how like dependent I've been on streaming for this outlet and whatever, but that's not a topic I want to dive into today. uh Graham, we miss you too. And I say we loosely because obviously I do not speak of for the group. I can only speak for me.
Speaking of Corey,
Yeah,
yes,
speaking of
Krim.
me. We can change screens. There we go. Oh, wait, wasn't today the first day of the new job? Or am I remembering wrong? I know that was coming up. No. Oh, fine.
Last day of
Oh,
our job.
oh,
Yes.
last day of old job. Hell yeah. Let's go. Can it be my last day of an old job? Please? New job starts
Starts Monday.
Monday.
Ooh, nice.
Nice, 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 nice. So speaking of me, what? I'm curious now. Also, thank you for feeding Kyo, Sana. Kyo gets very hungry, especially when I don't stream and nobody wants to give them snacks. Because kind of like Peanut, who is very upset that she does not get the cat treats she usually gets. No, that's not a spend points on that because you can't see me give her treats right now.
Oh,
How dare? How dare you're subscribing at a tier 2 for 10 months and it has been almost 3 months now since I've had stable content? No, that's not right. 2 months? What are you subscribing for?
Freestyle Corey.
uh no. Support. You can support me without spending money for the nothing that you're getting in return. uh, you've already done that. And we've had an entire discourse over that said blanket. Another blanket. Exactly. You send me blankets. That's it. They're outside of your ability to use them. Oh. I'm in a very weird position right now. It is like 59 degrees outside. 59, 63, I don't know. My computer says 63, my car said 59. Somewhere in there. So it's kind of chilly out, right? But the sun is shining. And since all of my windows are closed, despite the fact that I have somewhat blackout curtains. They're not full blackout curtains, but they're like curtains that are like light minimizing
Mm-hmm.
that are also supposed to help like minimize heat capture by said windows. I have two windows open on behind me. The curtains are closed because otherwise I get a glare on the computer screen. But I had to open three windows to cool it down here because I came home and it was like a sauna. And so I turned off my little fireplace, not that it was running because it was above the temperature that it runs at, but I turned it off just to be safe and not to waste electricity. And I opened a couple windows. Well, I had to close the one because it actually blows wind right on me in my chair. And it was cold wind. But it is so warm with it shut.
Oh,
And
it's
now,
that awkward weather where you don't want to
yeah.
have heat on.
Yeah, it's like it's that awkward weather where like if the windows are all closed, it's too warm, but if you open the window, it's too cold. And I can't do an in between because in order to open that window, the windows on the side, I have to first lift the glass completely up and completely open the window and then pull the screen down. It's when this my grandfather did this, he put things a little backwards. It's fine. So it's a whole thing. Hold on. 59 to 63 is what I consider brisk. It's normally lovely weather, very fall. I do enjoy the weather, don't get me wrong. I did leave work today and did not put on my hoodie and was like, this is nice. But like in the contents of living in it and having it blow right on you, not so much. Speaking of temperature, not sure the heat warning currently applies, but maybe I've been thinking about that. I keep going, I should turn that off. But you never know. I mean, there is another half of the world that could be in a heat advice. I don't know. I don't. Honestly, heat index is not something I am up on. But that is
I
a
was
good
just
point.
gonna go look it up.
No. All right. Zana's going to do the Googling things. I didn't even set it up. Zana set it up with the link and everything. Zana was on top of it. Preach to Zana. Uh, but yeah. Puppies are barking. Anyway, so it's just been an interesting time. I was gonna take tomorrow and just, as much as it would pain me terribly, just kind of relax and recoup from this week. But things came up and instead, the second half of the day, I'm going to be going to another local festival because it's fall and I enjoy going to fall festivals. I do a lot. So I'm going tomorrow to two towns over for another fall festival. I'm not going to tell you the name of this festival because I'm pretty sure you could Google it and figure out kind of where I'm at, and I don't want to dox myself. Even if it is two towns over, it's country. Two towns over is actually quite a pinpointing locator. So I'm not going to tell you. I'm not gonna. But speaking
There's
of
one,
what?
there's one small section in Kansas.
Oh. So if you're in that small section of Kansas, please stay cool and know the warning signs of heat related illnesses. Take care of yourself. Or, if you're in Florida right now, you probably are not watching. If you're in a certain area of Florida right now, you're probably not watching this stream. Unless, did we get confirmation about power coming back at 3 o'clock today, or are we waiting until Halloween?
It's slowly coming back.
Okay, so there's still hope.
Yep. It's
Uh,
hitting South Carolina now. So
yeah,
be
so
safe,
Florida, South
people.
Carolina, yes. If you are in the path of the hurricane, if it's still classified as a hurricane or just a tropical storm now, I have not looked into it. Think still a hurricane. Please be safe. Do all the things you need to do to prepare and be safe for that. Um, but yeah, speaking of festivals though, I did not get to talk on Tuesday about how the Renaissance Fair went. My first Renaissance Fair. Um, it was a lot of fun. I know I tweeted that I was gonna post pictures on Instagram the day after, and I have not done that yet. I have pictures, I have some short videos. Um I have not been able to post them mostly because I've just been again exhausted to the point of trying my hardest to not pass out as soon as I get home, because that would be bad. So I've not done that yet. I'm so sorry. I do have them. I will get them up as soon as I can. Um, but I had a really good time. There was a lot of cool things. We kind of like got so it was kind of an adventure because we drove an hour to get there. We got to the sign that said it was 2 miles away. And then it took us 2 hours to actually get to the venue from the 2 mile mark because it was so backed up. And then we got to the parking lot where the venue was, only to find out that the parking area was closed because it had been raining and all the parking spots were on grass and dirt, so people were getting stuck, and so they had closed the parking lot. So we went to the next little town over, the closest little town, to get some food because we hadn't eaten yet. Well, we had breakfast. We grabbed breakfast before we left. But other than that, it was about lunchtime. We were hungry, so we went. We've got some food, and then we went headed back because we figured by the time we got back, because we had called ahead of time, they said the parking lot wasn't open, but probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So we're like, okay, well, we're just gonna head back because by the time we actually make it there, granted, we didn't drive very far to get to this little town. By the time we got back to make it there, they would probably be open. Lo and behold, that is exactly what happened. So we finally got it. 4 hours later. We had paid for the tickets and they were not refunding them, so we were gonna make this work. It was definitely an adventure. So we get there, we get parked, and we walk through, like, down through the parking lot and into the area, and we suddenly there are buildings. Like, this is a whole thing. Like, they have set buildings there, like castle outlines and actual buildings that are there all year round just for this thing. So it is an established event that happens that they have a set place for. And so, like, I'm instantly, like, with all the people all dressed up in the buildings, I am instantly just like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. Apparently, it was the busiest that my cousin or uncle has ever seen it. They've never seen it with that many people. There were a lot of people. I saw Venti at one point. Someone dressed up as Venti from Genshin Impact. That was funny. Saw Nazgul. That was pretty cool. But like the outfits were so amazing. They were so cool. So many creative things. Um, the one thing that did kind of bum me out a bit about the whole experience was that my cousins and uncle who have done this for a couple of years now at least a piece, um, their main focus was going from show to show, which is great. Like the shows were great. I did enjoy the shows. With a slight caveat that some of them were not my speed. Um, but they were fun. We did go to we saw the end of Birds of Prey show. We did see the entirety of the oh, now it's slipping my mind. Jousting. Yep. We saw the entirety of the jousting event. We caught a bit of a comedy routine where the last part of his act, he had to break an egg in his mouth using a giant sledgehammer without, breaking his teeth. And hi, Phoenix. Yes, birds. Well, we saw one bird. It was a peregrine falcon. I forget what kind, but it was a very rare kind. It was very pretty. Did not want to cooperate in the least.
Hi, burb.
The jousting was cool. The end of the comedy thing was kind of like a fool's act kind of thing. It was okay. Granted, it was just the end of it. And then the other major show that we caught the entirety of was called a washerwoman's show. It was a comedy routine as well, but it was a very hyper sexualized kind of show, comedy show, where they pulled up guys from the audience who volunteered and was kind of risque esque stuff. So not my speed. And it was at that point, during that show, that I kind of wandered off to a shop that was right nearby just to look because it was jewelry and I was kind of interested. And it was all handmade metalwork jewelry. And if you saw my tweet, I did post the one picture of the earrings that I bought. That's where I got them. And that is the only shop we stopped at. Well, and when I say we, I mean I. Whoa. Oh. Okay. New Twitch feature. The shout out. Cool. So yeah, if you're not already following Burb and you saw a thing pop up at the top, say with a little follow thing, click that follow. If you didn't see it, you are already following Burb. But yes, new feature, in case you didn't know. There are a lot of new features right now, which is why you're seeing moderator chats being highlighted in chat. That's a new thing that I was playing with. Kind of forgot about the bots. This might be a bit much. We'll see. But yeah, so that was the only shop I went to. And my uncle was all if you see something, say something and we'll stop. And that's kind of great and all to say, but in practice is kind of impractical because we moved at a pretty good clip through things. I was mostly stun locked at all the stuff going on. There were things I definitely wanted, shops I wanted to check out and stuff, but also this is family. I have a weird relationship with my family, my family members, and we've been kind of the two cousins I went with and I have been kind of distant, mostly because, we all have our own respective jobs. We all lived in different areas. So, we just didn't get to talk all that much. Moderators, yeah, that would be great. That would be great. So for me, speaking out and be hey, can we check this out was kind of a social anxiety kind of thing. If I were to put a name to it, because it was yeah, I think this is cool, but I don't know if they will think it's cool. And I don't want to be the weird one, I can be fully confident in who I am and the kind of person I am and own my weirdness to every level within a certain portion of people. And then once we get outside that, mostly when it comes to family, that all disappears. All that confidence disappears. All that comfortability in myself disappears. So yeah, I did not speak up and did not be hey, can we go look here? So we did not stop at a bunch of shops, at hardly any of the shops. But they did start talking when we were leaving about doing it again next year and dressing up.
That'd be fun.
So, which I, you know, absolutely, I would love to do that. And like my brain kind of took that, sadly, it was at the end, but like my brain kind of took that as I now have more permission to just be myself within that group of family members. Kind of thing, you know? Oh, that makes sense. I I don't know. My brain is weird sometimes. And the things that it gets hung up on and the things it interprets differently. But so hopefully next year we'll be able to do more of stuffing at the shop. I enjoy that. I brought a bunch of money with me to spend. And then I didn't get to spend it and I was kind of sad. But I had a great time. I really did. I don't want to think I did not have a great time. I had a fabulous time. I was just very awestruck by the whole thing. Like everything I imagined and so much more. But it would be fun to go with friends as well. Like friends I was comfortable with. Cora needs to come out to Pennsylvania to go to Pennsylvania's with me. I mean, sure. Let me drive, I don't know, 18 hours. That's it. I just pulled that arbitrary number out of my brain. I don't know exactly how long it takes to drive to Pennsylvania. But no, like 12 to 13. That wasn't that far off. But it was a good time. It was a very good time. I had a lot of fun. Oh, that's your guess. Okay. We could look it up, but I don't want to. Because again, it could help people pinpoint location, and there's a lot of issues with that going on right now, so we're going to be cautious. I would come out, kidnap you, and then come back. I mean, how long to Detroit? I want to say 2 hours. I don't actually know though, because I don't regularly drive to Detroit. Let's closer to 3 hours. So yeah. 6.5 to 7. Ah, that's nothing. 10 hours is nothing. 10 hours is a lot. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the highlight thing because it's a bit much right now. Okay. Just for my brain and eyes, it's a bit
I
much
should
right
go
now.
to the Red Fair that they hold. They have one several weekends.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I've never been though.
Oh, you're not even seeing the highlight stuff? Interesting. Well, it did say that
Oh, they're I think they're user to user.
wait. So do you have the little icon at the bottom of the screen?
Yep.
Does it not show up for everybody and just show up for me?
Yep.
Ah.
So you can go to your little settings at the top.
Well, for me, it's not even a settings thing. There's a completely underneath the chat, there's a little icon that looks kind of like, I don't even know.
It's completely because of Bumper.
But yeah. Hi, Yamanaka.
Hi, Yama.
Um,
And it's in mod settings too.
okay. Interesting.
And I have moderator turned off.
Wait, but Yamanaka doesn't stream. That doesn't quite work. Oh, you can see it in the settings? Okay. That's interesting. that you can turn it on for yourself. So I only had
Oh.
it for myself and not for everybody else. That's cool. Cool. Don't trust Opera to work. Yeah, I understand that since Twitch did pull their support for Opera and some other browsers. Like,
Yeah,
they
I
say
gotta
it
switch
should.
to Firefox.
Well, they say it should still work, but if you needed support on those browsers, you can't contact Twitch support. You would have to go through the browser support because they no longer have Twitch support on those browsers. Can't clear out the notification about a sub I was gifted? Oh. Shout out is missing my whole username.
Oh yeah, it just says Yamanaka.
I can't even see. I mean, I can see the one in chat, but I can't see the ones above, like that's supposed to pop up at the top of chat. Which is kind of weird because I
Yama.
don't technically follow Yamanaka on Twitch because Yamanaka doesn't stream. But, alright. Well, I'm sorry that you can't clear your notifications, Grim. That would drive me nuts, to be completely honest. I do not like the little red. If they were a different color than red, maybe I would be able to ignore them, but the glaring bright red notification makes me anxious.
No dots. No dots anywhere.
Right. Exactly. Try some of this stuff on Firefox later. I don't use I use Firefox. Oh, there's the whole username. Is it because the mod typed it wrong? Maybe. So I use Firefox on my laptop. And for a while I was using that to stream when I was streaming from my laptop. But then because I preferred it. I really did. But then I learned that streaming with Chrome running used up less CPU. And since I was streaming from my laptop, which did not have the best graphics and everything, I switched to Chrome and I have yet to go back. I don't mind Chrome. I really don't.
It uses too much RAM for me.
I don't have that problem. Let me here. I'll pull up my thing here and I'll go see. So
Plus,
it
they're
is.
getting rid of ad blocker, but that's a whole other issue.
Yeah. I dropped the monstrosity that I have to look at in your
Yes.
Oh.
GPU. Yes.
Okay, hold on. So let me scroll here. It uses like 3% CPU. It's only using like 3 to 6% GPU for me. It's not using a whole lot of power for now. Yeah, it does seem to bounce a bit, but honestly, OBS is definitely a lot higher. And so is the game.
Well, yeah, because they.
But
put
my
a lot more
percent GPU,
processing.
like total percent GPU, does not. I have not seen it go above 50%. So, am I watching my? No, it's running in the background. I have it covered, so I'm not technically watching it, but it is running in the background. It's not paused. It's muted, but not paused. So, yeah. So that was why I switched to Chrome because it was actually running lower than Firefox when I was using Firefox. Like I still like Firefox. I really do. But I don't seem to have the same issues with Chrome that other people seem to have. I don't know why that is. Makes no sense. But I'm sorry that your Chrome experience is not great. uh I don't look at me
Right.
being all special over here. It's fine. Well, here's the thing, Krim. Here's the thing. here's my theory as to why Chrome does not like you. It's because you are a firefox. So, it's because nothing like, I mean, okay. Anyway, moving on from my bad joke that only I am going to laugh at, probably, apparently. Oh no, Yamanaka is laughing. Great. I'm glad I can make one person laugh. I thought that was clever. I thought that was. Whoa. Appreciate me anyway. Sana, what the hell was that?
What?
It sounded like a creeper explosion. And I'm
Wasn't
not
me.
sure it came from you, but I can't imagine where else it would have come from. Because it wasn't
me.
Chat, did anybody else hear that? It wasn't Yamanaka. Okay, good, good. Like, you're not streaming, like, Minecraft to the voice chat, so I can't imagine what I heard. You heard something. It wasn't Burb. You know, I would believe that it would be Burb, since Burb has been addicted to Minecraft.
I don't see a burp though.
So
Just
Krim
in
heard
chat.
something. I definitely heard something, and in my brain it sounded just like the explosion part of a creeper exploding. Not the sizzling. So, like, I knew it wasn't the sound effects of someone trying to scare me. But it was like the after part. Ah, and there's Dark Souls. What is happening? That's not popping up in chat. Wait, hold on. Sada, what are you doing up in the
I'm
background?
not doing anything.
Oh,
You
Krim.
can check my mic.
Ouch. I hate that so much.
Why are you being blamed?
What? No, I'm not blaming you. I
No,
suddenly
Krim.
saw what you posted in the Discord.
Oh. Yeah. Those notifications.
Oh, hello. Are you the guilty party? Tato?
Oh, hi, you finally noticed me. Been here a while. I'd say about 15 minutes, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
And Sada, you said nothing?
I asked her not to say anything.
That explains why I could suddenly hear myself being fed on feedback.
Ah, well, I had to play a few sound effects for a good friend and
Yeah.
confuse absolute shit out of you. It's
That's
lovely.
great.
Heard
You also
DJ.
kept the
How did you
coughing
not know
Rosanna,
he was
which
there?
Lovely.
I didn't hear him.
Yeah, because I didn't talk.
How did you hear? You assumed it was DJ. He was in the viewer. I saw him in the viewer list. That did not mean he was in the
Yeah, I was
voice
the one
chat.
shouting everyone out. Also,
Oh.
sorry, Yama, for mistyping your name the first time. My bad. My bad.
It was DJ. He's been in the VC. Listen, I have
No,
only
you
one
have streamer mode on. That's
monitor.
how I knew I could sneak in here.
I also only have one monitor. I can't
Yeah.
see the voice
Sucks to be
chat.
you.
Shut up.
Anyway, I'll go back to just listening to stream. Fuck you. Bye. Bye, Zana. Thanks for letting me help you.
DJ.
Bye. This was supposed to be chill vibes. What is happening to my chill vibes? I'm being attacked.
Friends.
I guess so. Crim's just casually watching the Discord and like, ah, yes, this VC. There's an extra person. Who I'm also not going to say anything about. To the Corey, who apparently doesn't know because I was so caught off guard. Gotta love my mods. Why would I say it? 'Cause you're a mod!
Huh?
4 mods are here. 3 of them knew what was going on. The 4th one was, I don't know, probably not. And they didn't say right. It's not like it's a random stranger. Okay, that's fine. I know you are mod as well. Listen. Y'all are fired except for Yamanaka. And Zana, I suppose, because then I lose my... Oh, I didn't know he was here. I would totally ignore him. That's true. I suppose that's fair.
Potato.
He sets himself up for it. I don't do it. I need... Get rid of these gloves. Perfect. But yeah. Disney Dreamlight Valley, anyone? Chill vibes? I am not going to be reading all of the dialogue and trying to do voices. That's not chill for me. That's a lot of work.
Look at the garden. It's
I
cute.
know. Look at my adorable little garden. I don't pick things when they're ready. They just sit there until I need them.
That's fair.
Mostly
Well, I befriended
because...
a little black squirrel today.
Preach the laughs.
And
No.
one turtle.
Don't. You friended a turtle?
It took a long time.
I friended the black squirrel yesterday. He's my new companion. The
Nice.
turtle is still elusive. Which is annoying to me. Okay, enjoy
Bye,
the
Cam.
errand. I suppose.
Bunny.
Yep. Here. Hold on, Zana. Let me stream to you. So you don't have delay.
Stream delay.
Wait, what am I streaming to? Okay. I am streaming. My brain saw it like pop up and did not think it was the game for some reason. Okay. I'm going to befriend these turtles. If I can find the turtles. Also, the raccoons are adorable. I love how they sit for the blueberries.
Mm.
Hold on. Did I? I didn't do that on stream, did I?
Oh, the raccoons?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Do you know what I'm trying to tell you without actually saying it yet? Okay. I've got a story, chat. So, Donna told me about giving the raccoons the blueberries, and I happen to have blueberries in my inventory. And so I was going around and giving all of the raccoons in the forest blueberries. Except the third raccoon, which was the last one there, I accidentally clicked on not blueberries. I gave him an emerald. I accidentally, he was not impressed or happy with the emerald, and I was very sad that I lost the emerald. Corey will befriend Disney Toshi. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
cool.
spoopy. Like the month coming up. I don't know what to do with the fact that tomorrow is the first day of October, when I spent all of last month thinking this month was October.
September flew by.
So, yeah. My brain's a little confused.
Not Halloween yet.
starting tomorrow, it is Halloween every day.
Yep.
Halloween is not a one-day thing. It is a lifestyle sometimes. One I enjoy for an entire month. And would probably enjoy more times than a month if I had the kind of resources to do that. But I don't. Okay. So. Is there a special, because I really didn't pay attention when I befriended 2 squirrels, is there a special little animation to let you know if they've become your companion potential?
I haven't noticed one.
Great, so I just have to keep checking to see if a turtle finally shows up in my companions list so I can have a friend turtle. Why do they take forever to befriend? I just want to make friends with the turtles. How is everyone today? That's a great question. How is everyone today? I'm finally not dying of exhaustion. Which is great.
Relaxing today.
Which is also great. The next 3 days off. Oh,
Nice.
exciting. Wait, hold on. Anna, are you in here? I didn't have to build you a house, so I'm just assuming that you move into this one.
Yes, this is Anna's house.
I hope you get like chance to hello Anna. To like really relax and do something fun or something cool with your boyfriend. Uh-oh. Maki, which I don't know how to make. Ratatouille, which I know how to make, but I don't think I can make it. Red Passion Lily. I don't have any of these things. Playing video games and you know? I stand that. Okay, this is not your favorite flower, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway, because it is still a gift.
Hi.
And I want to be friends with you at a higher level. 2 works. I've basically been playing this on the days I haven't been streaming to chill and relax.
Could you please help me?
So, another.
It's such a relaxing game.
Hey, you're
It is. With an endless list of quests. And you could do. So Elsa feels welcome as she visits. Oh, so we're gonna have to build Elsa a house. Okay.
Time to prepare today's menu.
An ice cavern. There is that one structure over there. Can't she just move into that?
Oh, you get to upgrade things.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Finally.
Oh, hi.
And
The
get rid
evil
of.
stumps.
Oh.
Nope, I don't think a regular shovel is gonna get it done, because I've tried.
Whoa! Awesome!
You knew I had a magic shovel. We had an entire conversation about this. It's also kind of weird that the storyline here doesn't have full continuity because Kristoff gave up his memories of Anna, and then later on I passed him and like chatted with him and he was talking about a memory of Anna.
Mm-hmm.
And then Anna comes here and we're like, yeah, he totally forgot about you. So did he forget about Anna or not? Because I'm confused.
In the main storyline, yes.
But he can still just randomly chat about Anna.
Yep. Because they still live together.
Huh? Oh.
Hmm. Dark magic, huh?
Great!
Found a book about mystical flora and fauna. What a coinkydink. Trying to think about a book about flora and fauna and how technical it might be. And maybe it's just because I've studied botany in college, but I don't think they're really, like, when I think technical, I'm thinking heavy, dense, and complicated. And I don't know if I would say that about a book about plants.
Yes, it depends on how well you understand the scientific names and stuff.
That's true. And, like, how deep down the scientific
Thanks.
rabbit hole they go.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are definitely times when I've been looking up, like, how to identify a certain plant, and they'll start naming some of the parts of a plant, and I'll have to look them up because I have no idea what they are. Also, oh, it's just stairs. It's not a structure, it's just stairs. Okay. So maybe that makes sense. And for Anna, who probably hasn't studied plants, maybe I can see how that. Okay. Hi, Anna. Oh, look, a book. That's glittering. Oh. Did we just pick that up with our face?
Sure did.
I'm-
Go to the table. Yep.
I don't know about you guys, but that is definitely how I pick up books in real life. How this game knows me so well. How else would you pick up a book? I mean, honestly.
Right.
You just gotta, you gotta like bow down and like touch your forehead to the book. That's how you learn, by osmosis. You gotta set your forehead on the book cover to like introduce your brain to the content that you're gonna start filling it with. That's exactly how it works. This is awful.
No reading.
No reading, only absorption. Oh. You borrowed this book from Merlin. Oh. Yeah, hope Marlon doesn't charge late fees if he even remembers it's missing. You could probably do that too, and you wouldn't even realize it wasn't there before.
Great.
Not more softwood.
More iron.
More tinkering parts. The softwood has been like the bane of my existence in this game. After a certain point, every quest you need softwood for, and it's not very readily available.
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed.
We'll talk more soon, okay?
Oh, you just really need iron.
Oh,
For this one, yes. But I only have 12 softwood, and I have 1, 2, 2 more quests still. One that needs 50 softwood. I've completed like 2 or 3 other quests that needed softwood. I've been trying to do this one for a while, but then I keep getting new quests that need softwood, and I'm just like, well, I have it, so I might as well go get it. Go do that one instead.
morning.
As
That's
far
totally fair.
as far as I know, the softwood is only in the one spot too, right now.
It's
Right?
in this forest too with the hardwood.
I haven't found it as much in this place. Because it made sense to me that it would be here, but I never really saw my numbers going up when I was picking up twigs from here.
Or like,
Overlook? Probably.
Wonder where I can find some chocolate.
That's a great question. I don't have a way to make chocolate. I've also been trying to do Ursula's house for a while. But then I go and build something else or I upgrade something else. And I just haven't gotten to the... I don't remember how much it is. 10,000? 50,000? I don't remember. Exorbitant amount of money I need for Ursula's house.
I think it's like 10,000.
Oh,
15.
I picked
maybe.
up 3. And because my brain likes doing quests more than other stuff, I don't just sit and fish nonstop. Or cook nonstop so I can sell things for money. I've been very much about the quest completion. Oh. A memory. Right. A finish line?
Oh, it looks like.
There's still quite a bit to unlock. These ones are interesting because they look different. I don't remember why. I have a Cinderella one started.
Ooh.
I don't remember. I don't. That also looks like Cinderella, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's her pink dress.
It's been a while. That one's Rapunzel. Oh my gosh. They're labeled.
Yee.
I not paying attention. Okay. Cool. I also keep forgetting that fast travel is a thing. Keep wasting time and running everywhere.
Good exercise.
It is good exercise. Also, Chad, I kind of cheated a little bit. I cheated the system. I gained access to areas I don't have access to by moving the wells. It's fine, right? Hello.
Okra seeds.
I haven't actually found a recipe for the okra seeds. Oh no! How am I supposed to get all these when you toss one across the water? I literally cannot get that one!
No.
I don't have enough time to even use the well! The game cheated. I guess that's only fair since I also cheat.
The game's like, no.
I'm gonna just eat this oyster raw. Apparently shell and all, as you do. Yeah, the game's just like, ha, you thought you were gonna be able to get all of those? You're wrong. Change outfit? I can do that. I like this dress. The head scarf doesn't really go with it.
Cute.
I do like the dress. I also have hoop earrings now, when before I was wearing the 3 studs. I think the hoops are cute. I also really, you're right, like this hairstyle. And I'm kind of thinking about, when I get my hair cut again here shortly, having this done.
Ooh. That would
Red,
be cool.
yeah, the red dress goes well with my hair. Thank you. It's weird because a lot of times I feel like wearing red and orange IRL kind of clashes. I mean, not like clashes, but like it doesn't look as good with my hair color, but it seems to in this game. But yeah, so like the underside on all sides is cut and then it's over on the one side. I kind of like it. So I'm thinking about having this done. I have to get my hair cut soon though, because it is starting to drive me nuts.
Too long.
Yep. And for someone who never thought they would cut their hair short, that is a statement to make. Okay, we gotta go talk to Goofy because I just passed his stand too. Goofy, I need to sell you some things.
Howdy.
Fish. Ah, you can have the blueberries. Fish. fish. Okay.
Oh. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
More Dreamlight.
I have
Now I have
to
to get 15,000.
15,000 Dreamlight?
Yep.
Oh. Gross. That's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Wally's
I
got
like the
some
last
crops.
area.
Oh. Yeah, I have to unlock the last area available too. But I think I only need 7,000. Unless there's another area that I don't.
Right there.
Yeah, this one only requires 7,000 for me.
There's one right behind it. You can't.
No, stop
Ooh, can't
doing that.
Yeah.
So like up.
Yep. Right up there.
Oh. I don't know why
The
this would be.
Forgotten Lands.
Oh, this one. I
Mhm.
didn't think that one was available yet.
You can unlock it. There's just nothing to do in it yet.
Ah. Is that the same with the Frosted Heights then? You can unlock it, but there's not
Sunlit
much to do.
Plateau.
Right. But
Frosted Heights, there's stuff to do.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing in Sunlit Plateau or the Forgotten Lands? Or just the
Mm-mm.
Forgotten Lands?
Both.
Okay. Good to know. It was just in this. I'm also amused by the fact that Ursula can get to the small little pond somehow.
Magic.
I guess so.
She's everywhere.
She really is.
Even if you build her house, she still travels everywhere.
That's fine, I suppose. As long as she's not, you know, stealing people's voices. I have to do a lot of friendship things still, too. So I can't get rid of these mushrooms yet. Even though I don't want to, because they're mushrooms. I like mushrooms.
But they're in the way.
They are in the way, and if I could just move them, like I can do almost everything else, I would. Oh,
Hi, Ursula.
hi. I was very confused for a moment. I heard singing, but couldn't see anyone. Someone must have let the dogs out. Do you want to know what one of the cutest little things to listen to as you fall asleep is?
What's that?
My dad's cat's playing in the next room.
Mm.
And it's just funny because all you really hear is like the patter of their feet on the floor as they chase something.
That's adorable.
Okay. I should have been iron. I needed iron. I was collecting all of the twigs. I forgot about the iron. Gotta go back. It's even more adorable when you think about the fact that the toys they were playing with, I bought them.
Hmm.
I think that's cute. And I'm happy they love the toys I bought.
They appreciate them.
They really seem to. I'm also usually highly entertained by the conversations my cat has with the youngest cat out there. They aren't necessarily nice conversations, because they do a lot of growling and hissing. But they are conversations nonetheless. And it's funny, because my immediate thought would be like, they just don't like each other. Except for the fact that they will both randomly just go up to the door and look to see if the other one's gonna come to talk to them.
Aww.
Because, like, Peanut will
Looking
go
for
and
the
sit at the
friend.
door and wait for either cat to come over. And she only really gets, like, upset with the little one, where she'll growl like that. And not the
Mhm.
the male. But she will still go over and sit by the door, stare out the glass, and wait for the other one to come over to have a chat with her.
Mhm.
And I don't really know what to do with that information. I don't know if...
Friends.
I guess so. Because they really don't act like they like each other. Because, like, Peanut will even attack the glass like she can actually reach the other cat. Which she can't. But, like, then they specifically go and seek each other out. So I'm very confused about their relationship. Cat relationships are interesting and strange.
They are.
It's also very interesting to see the dogs come up to the glass and get all happy and wiggly and excited to see the cat on the other side of the glass, but also not want to come anywhere near the glass where the cat is on the other side because my cat has them scared stiff.
No.
Oh yeah. At least the youngest two puppies. Because when they got introduced to her, she was not having it. And they actually, so...
She used her claws.
No, Peanut doesn't have front claws.
Mm.
But... Didn't I just eat 3 tomatoes? What happened?
I don't think they gave us very much energy.
Oh, the garlic's
Yeah,
even
maybe
worse.
that does the garlic.
But when they first got introduced to, like, my room and the cat, and kind of sort of me, I mean, they were already introduced to me, but me in my space. Peanut doesn't have front claws, so she declawed. Unfortunately, yes, she was declawed when we got her as a kitten. Mostly because we didn't understand what that meant when we had it done. And what that did. Sadly. But, yeah. Fortunately, though, it doesn't seem to be an issue for her. She has not shown any signs of having any problems, physical problems because of it. Like, her feet don't seem to actually bug her. She doesn't have, like, arthritis in the joints. Her spine and her hips and everything are fine. And, like, she just seems to be totally fine. We didn't have any issues with her getting more aggressive afterward. Not, you know, like using the litter box, because I know these are all things like people say, like now I know, about cats who are declawed, and she's never had any of those issues come up, and she is at quite an age where I would start to expect a lot of those to start showing up, but they haven't. So fingers crossed. But I do know now, and I learned quite a number of years ago about what declawing actually meant. So, unfortunately, yes, she is declawed. Just on the front paws, though, not her back paws. But, so when the puppies were in here, as puppies do, their first order of business was the cat food. And apparently Peanut is very protective of her food. Because she didn't even hesitate, she just went right for them. Growling, hissing, and swatting to chase them away from the food, and apparently that made a lasting impression because they are now scared of her.
Puppies.
They're hilarious. I do get easily annoyed with the older two because, well, one of the older two, because she does like to jump. And I do not like to be jumped on. Mostly because I am small and easily knocked over. And I bruise easily. But I know that they're puppies. I know that they get excited. I understand all that. But also, I've had way too many clothes get ruined from puppy claws getting stuck. I actually have a... is it still there? Yeah, it's still healing. I have a very long scratch on my leg that has quite a number of bruises up and down it from puppy claws. So that is something we are trying to work on, but they are puppies. Oh, I have lots of iron chunks that I did not realize I had. Okay. Hi,
Dog
Wally.
potatoes.
Wow. Wow. Do I need to put up a content warning for this stream? May suddenly have random noises.
Dog potatoes.
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 Why dog potatoes?
Dog potatoes. Dog potatoes.
What is
Dog
happening?
potatoes.
I can't keep quiet anymore.
Why is it dog potatoes?
You were talking about dogs, and I initially planned on that saying potatoes.
Uh-huh.
Dog potatoes.
Dog
Or as it likes
potatoes.
to say,
Dog potatoes.
Potato.
bye now.
Jim is always welcome here. Don't give him that power.
Yes.
Hey, look, it's raining.
I think he already does.
I mean, that's fair. Goofy, this is the perfect time for you to be like, hey, it's raining. Which you seem to do whenever it's not raining. And it's not just raining, it's thunderstorming. Yeah, DJ. How was Elden Ring? Dog potatoes. I'm now just gonna hear that in my head constantly.
Dog potatoes.
Dog potatoes.
Potato. Potato.
How do I make the tinkering parts again? Oh, clay is also a big issue.
You have to dig up the glades.
Ugh. Gross. That's just gross.
Mm-hmm.
We may need a content warning for flashing lights. We have a flashing lights warning. Actually, now that I think about it. Let me fix the title really quick. We'll add the flashing lights. I think it's just FL, isn't it?
Should be.
Let's find out. Yep. There we go. Perfect. Why did I didn't need to? What to? Oh, I can just make the tinkering parts. How many do I need? 3? 3. Okay. Craft the shovel blade. Okay. I have a shovel. Why can I not just... Why can't I just not use my shovel? I had 25 iron chunks, and that only gave me 3 iron ingots?
Should
That's...
gave you 4. No, it should have gave you 5. Did you use them to make the tinkering parts?
No, I made the iron first. I did
But
the iron...
did you make the tinkering parts next?
Yes.
It took 2 of those then.
Rude.
Potato.
I perv.
Hi. Mind if I crash the party?
Not at all.
I'm sticking around.
Okay.
Then, if you don't mind.
Not at all. Did DJ leave you?
Maybe.
How dare. Everybody shame DJ. No, don't.
Oh,
I can't.
DGM was great. He was entertaining me.
I can't reach the iron chunk. Gotta move the tree. Just
We're taking
cash.
another day off of work.
Nice. Just casually move the tree. It's fine. I want this chest. And this one. Why are they in the mushrooms? Dog potato.
I
Gosh, that
encourage you to get rid of the mushrooms.
pose. How was Minecraft the last thing you streamed?
Yes, actually it was.
Mm-hmm.
How was Minecraft?
Minecraft was good. That was Tuesday when DGM was having technical difficulties. So
Oh,
we couldn't
yeah.
play Poco Stuck.
I remember now.
I didn't find any trees.
No. Oh yeah, right, because you're doing the hard challenge thing.
Of surviving in the Badlands.
Yeah.
The elusive tree.
I'll try not to cough too much for your stream.
Oh, you're fine. For those who don't know, Burb is getting over something.
Yes, something.
It does
Burp
sound
took
like
another test today.
you did take another test, or you're going to.
I did.
Okay. Still all good?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Burp will be fine. Eventually.
Well, you sound better.
You do. I'm coughing too.
Ah!
Forbidden Zana, you're not supposed to get it through the computer.
Mm.
Oh, I know. Somehow None of us meet up in person, but we seem to give each other stuff.
Yeah, we meet up in person and everything's fine, and yet when we chat online, somehow we spread viruses to one another.
Yee.
I mean,
Alright.
oh my goodness.
Now you can get rid of the evil stuff.
Will take over of your stream. Hello.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Uh-huh.
I could not help it.
Wait.
It comes with a bunch of different voices. That was just the one that I figured would grate on the least amount of people.
Uh-huh.
That's the one that sounds like your time.
Yeah, it's that is the exact same voice as what I have my time go off as. A cello.
Wow. That was a cello?
Yes, that was as if you were strumming words from a cello. Here, I'll play it
Wow.
again.
No, don't play it again.
I'll play something different.
Kind of a cute skirt. Oh my gosh, 25K though.
This is a cello.
Oh my gosh. Donald!
Time to prepare today's
Your blood pressure has got to be through the roof. A new necklace? See, this is why I can't
This
sing.
is tattoos.
I don't choose the names of the voices.
This is why I
That's the
can't
fact.
save money. For Ursula.
There we go. I'll turn off constant
dogs.
voice activation and talk like a normal human for a few.
Alright, cool. Cool. Yama, you're welcome to join too if you want to. We'll make it a party.
Hey, look,
Oh
you
my
were in a place publicly accessible to me. How could I not hop in and scare
You're
you at
my
some point
mod. What
and
place
torture you at another?
do I have that's
Okay.
not...
Look, hello, Yama. Been a while.
Hey.
You know I've done this shit in the past with that
Yes.
exact same reasoning you're giving. This changes nothing. You're a mod. I don't expect. I've done this before. You're not blind. Come on.
You know
I'm
your
not
mods.
blind to know my mods, unfortunately.
Oh,
how-
now Corey can get more softwood.
Yay! I
I
have a
Yama.
very chaotic group of mods.
Oh, they're
Eh,
awesome. Each of
this
your
was Willow.
mods.
True. They are modded for a reason. And I do appreciate them.
Appreciate you too.
Ursula just keeps.
Hi! Why are you always where I am?
A little bit of stalking here and there. It's fine.
She is still waiting for her house to be built, so that's probably why she's following me
Oh look,
around.
all my Twitch notifications are cleared. Weird, huh?
Are you trying to poke fun at poor Krim, who is not even, well,
Yes, yes I am.
here
Oh.
in the capacity where he can defend himself?
That's even better.
How
A
rude.
defenseless person is more fun to poke fun at.
Oh no.
Wow.
Do you disagree?
Yes, actually, I enjoy the
No,
sassy
that's
back
Zana
and...
if they disagree.
Oh.
Nah.
I know you disagree.
Oh, and I see how it is.
Look, I know where you stand on things. Zana's the one more at question.
It depends on the situation, but sometimes it can be hilarious.
See? I'm normal.
I wouldn't go that far. Camera?
That
It's okay,
sounds
right
like
now I have 1, 2, 3,
Raspberries and blueberries are really good to keep for energy.
Yeah.
14.
or
14 unread
feed to raccoons if you don't feed them emeralds.
14 unread.
Discord notifications.
See, the normal unread Discord notifications have actually stopped bugging me. I don't have to read everything anymore. It's just the
Discord
red ones, the
notifications
pings.
is
Oh,
at
those are the red
1,000.
ones.
Oh,
14 red ones.
wow.
I have 1,006 on red Discord red notifications.
Ouch! My soul?
One of my folders alone has about 500. Let's see, what's this folder at?
That hurts. That
861 in that folder alone.
I
actually.
just click read all.
Me too.
No, because one day I might actually want to read it.
That's
that
what the little box at the top is for, right? The little inbox.
I forget that exists.
Oh, I don't use that.
Ah,
I forget
I
that
honestly forget about that every time. And I know you specifically have mentioned it to me multiple times.
mm-hmm.
Okay, I just cleared all my 14 red notifications.
Anybody else like just have physical pain from hearing Echam's number?
What, 1,006?
Yes.
On red notifications?
Yes.
On Discord?
Anywhere.
Let's see, I have 2 Twitter notifications, 1 on Skype, 1 in system preferences that I haven't been able to get to go away for a year and a half, so I gave up.
I have one on my phone that won't go away.
Physically painful to me.
It is quite annoying.
I don't look at my phone. The amount of mixed text messages, whew, you don't want to know.
So, DJam is somewhat like the Ethan of our group.
Hey,
Will not
Hi there.
reply to your text messages.
this is nothing new. I'm bad with text messages because I don't use my phone. Phones
My
are
phone
great.
is usually somewhere else.
I am.
I honestly couldn't tell you where my phone is right now, honestly.
I
It's somewhere in
am.
your room.
Oh, it's in front of my face. Never mind. I see it's on. It's in front of me. I looked down as I said couldn't tell you where it is, and it was staring me in the face like, Father? Father, I am here.
You have not lost me.
I am probably toxically addicted to my phone.
Yeah, I'm addicted to my computer.
Or at
I'm
least
not
a,
as addicted to my phone as I used to be.
at least
love my
attached to my
computer.
phone. Maybe not addicted, but attached to my phone.
You see, anything you can do on a phone, you can just do on a computer with a bigger screen.
Yep.
So YouTube, computer. Texting, computer. TikTok, computer.
Yes,
Much
but
like my inability to use a keyboard and mouse for gaming, I have an inability to do anything that's not on my phone. I mean, that's not on my laptop.
Something we have in common with technology, DJ.
We have a lot of
See,
things in common in general. Technology's no different.
I'm always
You're
like
right.
on
Except
the
for the
go
mouse and
kind of
keyboard.
thing. So like all my notifications go to my phone.
I mean, you do what you can to use mouse and keyboard no matter what.
Mm-mm.
If Raft was controller only, I'm sure you would have found a way to do it with mouse and keyboard.
Probably.
So it's you would have been the only person to get that working, much like I'm the only person to get controller working. Like, this is no surprise.
I don't use mouse and
I mean-
keyboard for gaming.
Thanks.
Controller for life.
I used to play a lot of Unreal Tournament, so it kind of stuck.
The only games I play mouse and keyboard is if there's no controller support. So Minecraft mostly.
That's the only game I will do mouse and keyboard, because I can't somehow force that to work in my favor.
Oh yeah, not unless you switch over to
Bedrock and Bedrock
yeah.
suck.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
So how is Yamanaka's day going?
I'm doing okay. I don't have COVID anymore, but
Oh,
I still
yay!
have the lingering cough.
So that's what happened. Yamanaka got rid of it, and it went for Birkenstein.
It's been like 2 weeks already, but I'm still having the cough, right? So
Sorry.
How dare you send it my way, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm messing with you. I'd.
That's okay.
Oh, I was supposed to go visit the ice cavern with Anna. I don't read my quests. I thought I was done.
Well, remember, you have to go to the frozen area, so you have to find the movie, right? You have to find, like, the movie area, that's what that means, right?
No.
It's great to tease a Corey.
So for chat's clarification, yesterday I was playing this and I was doing the Frozen Realm stuff. And the quest told me I needed to go to the Frozen Realm. And I was like, oh, okay, where is that? Because my brain forgot that that's where I was at for a moment. I thought it meant a literal Frozen Realm, not the movie Frozen Realm.
Aw.
That's just how tired I've been.
Weren't you already there?
I was yes! Yes, I was. It'll be a team effort. Just got a photographer in Arendelle? Nice! What in the world?
Anyway. Hi. Sorry.
Anna moved at the last second.
That was a great picture of
Right.
Anna.
I'm sure it's just more believable for her sister. Anna, where did Anna? Anna?
Anna, where does Anna?
Where did you go? You were just here.
No, where does Anna if Anna does not Anna with the Annas?
Anna didn't like the picture you took. They had to run.
Apparently.
Goofy.
Not gonna say anything about the rain?
I can't do a goofy voice, sadly. That's
I
a voice
can't
I wish I could decently pull off. I don't think I can do most voices, but I can do Donald Duck choking on a cracker.
That's it's oddly specific.
What? You know, all the liquid in his mouth would dry up because of the cracker and we get
Where?
stuck in his throat, so we'd end up sounding.
You are here.
Anyway.
Oh, there you are.
Excuse me, can I ask you something?
She likes the photograph. She thinks I'm a professional.
Potential. I can't English. Never mind. Joke's dead. Moving on.
Try again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nope. Nope.
Take two.
Nope. I did a take two. Take two sounded worse than take one. I'm done. Call it quits.
Goodbye.
I know when to hold them. I know when to fold them. I know when to walk away. And this is the time for all of that.
Softwood now!
What did Corey say?
I have enough softwood now.
Yeah, the stump skibbies.
Okay, that's not at all what I heard.
I don't want to know what you heard.
What did you
Time
think
to
she
put
said?
that in streamer chat.
Oh boy.
Oh, goodness.
Oh boy.
Fine. All fine. Totally fine, right?
I did not
Always.
prepare a friends command for this hodgepodge that's going on right now.
I know.
Was very confused and concerned.
I don't want to know, do I?
Oh,
No, you don't.
you don't.
You don't. Can guarantee you that.
Oh, man.
Chat, how did I get these friends? This is not the right realm.
Well, you got these friends by me forcing you to make friends.
You were the first one. And
Exactly.
for that, I suppose I have to blame Wade, though I don't want to blame Wade.
Why? Because you like the rest of them? I see how it is.
No, because I like Wade.
Uh huh. Yeah, sure.
Come on, Anna. Or Elsa.
Elana,
Mm-hmm.
Ansa.
What a strange ice cavern. We want you to live there, but yes, what a strange ice cavern. Uh-oh.
What? Uh-oh.
Well,
Uh-oh. What
Rutabaga Santoni.
did we do to Kyo?
Goopy.
Did you say
That's so
Goopy?
cute.
Oh, cute.
So cute.
I was hoping for Goopy.
Not Goopy. Okay. They are very adorable.
Yeah. You always seem to fear when I breed Kyo.
Because
I wonder why.
usually, when you breed Kyo, Kyo becomes Goopy.
But Goopy's cute.
Disagree.
I would
That's
also have to
adorable.
disagree.
It's like having a dog that is just melting its fur off its body.
I wouldn't go that far. Also, chat, I realize there's a lot of people in voice call right now, but if you're hearing dogs barking in the background, that's me. Somebody let the dogs out. Now they're outside.
Who let
Do
the
we know
dogs
who?
out?
Who?
Damn
No idea.
copyright existing.
Yep. Yep.
So dog barking in the background, that's me. I'm sorry. A lot of noise.
You're
Woof,
good.
woof, 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 woof. Bark, bow wow.
Oh, look,
Woof.
somebody shouted out DJ.
How dare? It's my job to shout people out, even if I shouted out Yama incorrectly earlier.
Yes, go follow all of my friends who stream. Go find Yamanaka's show on
Also, are the highlight settings client
Apple
side or
Plus
streamer
TV.
side?
Client.
The highlight is client side.
Client side, okay. And also, Corey, the word you were looking for earlier is highlighter. It looks like a highlighter at the bottom of stream.
Is that what that looks like?
Yes, that is the tip of a
Oh,
highlighter. That's why there's the slanted
yes.
edge at the bottom.
You're right.
Zana, how dare you shout me out? Moblog gives you away.
Yep.
How dare you?
I can't be sneaky. Darn.
No, you can't.
Do I have to keep a running
I can be
tab
sneaky because you didn't realize it earlier. I can be sneaky.
of how many
And if you didn't
times?
realize it, you didn't say anything. How dare you?
Follow DJ.
Follow Zana, and Burb, and Corey, and Yama just for the fucks of it.
Being brought into the middle of this. I've been behaving myself.
Exactly, that's why you should be
Go-
followed. You've been behaving instead of mod wars.
Go to
Like
Apple
me and Zana have been
Plus
doing.
and watch Yamanaka's
Go to
show.
applesauce?
Apple
Plus.
Plus.
I was like, you can watch shows in applesauce now? That's where my brain went to opening up a cup of non-branded applesauce and just the show's in there and you watch it in the applesauce. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't answer that
I
question.
am taking applications for
How
new
dare you.
friends. Where is Anna? Anna, why are you always where
Oh,
I'm
look at
not?
the red raccoon.
Oh, where'd he go? He's over there. Hold on. Anna first. Then we'll go feed the raccoon the blueberries. Oh, great, she's over. I'm the best. No, no, no. I am not the best. I am just me. No. Okay. Now raccoon. Raccoon. That's my squirrel friend. It startled me. Where did this raccoon go?
Gotta be sneaky.
I know, they're such a pain sometimes. I got lucky the first day because I just happened across them at a good time. And then the next time I tried to befriend them, I had to chase them all over the place. Raccoon! Friends, chat, do you see a raccoon? I don't know what raccoon is in Spanish. Or
God
Japanese.
damn it, you were doing Dora.
Or
I think
Korean.
before this gets horribly cursed into me in pain away, I'm gonna bow out here, alright?
Have fun.
But y'all take care.
Bye.
It was
Yeah.
nice hearing the Yama.
Thank you. You as well.
Yep. Take care, y'all. Stay safe. Corey, don't get shanked by the raccoon in the back alley, okay? Bye!
Shh. He can clearly see me, and yet this is still gonna work. He's dead! That's so cute! Have some blueberries.
Oh.
Alright, I get to open this furniture, or motif pouch. Not furniture. Been getting a lot of motifs. I don't even know what to use the motifs for. Nope. Are they part of this thing?
Mm-hmm. You can put designs on shirts.
I made this one by accident. Sort of. How do I... Aha! That would be so bad. Oh, what is... Oh, okay. That wouldn't look awful. Uh-oh, it's gone. I killed it. Anyway. I will have to play around with that later.
That does look like a fun little thing to play around with.
Mm-hmm. It looks pink in the inventory. It looks purple on me. Okay. What do I need to do for... I just need to go talk to Elsa. Okay. Maui, I'll get back to yours in a minute.
I see that leg glitch.
Oh no! It's happening again!
Oh yeah.
Well, time to not wear pants. I have this skirt, which I think is super cute. But there really aren't many tops that I own that really go with it.
The purple actually go pretty nicely with it. It's not
Does
perfect,
it?
but it's still.
Because
I like it.
It looks cute.
I had a red top that I was wearing, this red top, that I thought didn't look too bad, but I'm also not good at color coordinating sometimes. Alright, I'll trust you if you think the purple looks okay.
I
Oh.
think so.
I forgot what we were doing. I got distracted by the leg. Okay. Hello, Elsa. Come to the valley.
Hello, my friend.
Things. I was just here, and suddenly now things have been calm for a while.
Well, it must be time, you know? Time difference and stuff. The way time works. In the realms.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe time does run at a different speed here than in the valley. Elsa remembers the ice cave vaguely. To see your sister.
Thank you.
Alright, let's go. Okay, complete this Elsa one. And then we'll go do Maui's, because I'm pretty sure that one will be... Actually, no. Let's go do the one I have put off forever.
Which one's that one?
Building the McBerry tree.
Ah.
Alright. Talk to you. Great. You'll remember, give it time. Why not? Hi, Peanut.
Peanut. Peanut.
Yeah, if you guys want proof that my cat is not suffering any pain or ailments from having her front claws taken out as of this time, she will literally jump off of high places onto the wooden floor without issue. I have an issue with it, of course, because my first reaction is like, oh my gosh, your poor little feet! And she just looks at me like I'm crazy. Or being silly. So... You're just weird. That's all. What? You're comfy? Of course. My cat is probably the exception and not the rule when it comes to that. I don't actually know percentages, I just know it does happen. All the bad physical things. Oh, squish! Some point soon, I hope, we'll get back to having face cam. Because I do have the Ethernet cable set up. It is definitely making a huge difference. But I am not yet there. So I have this bad habit of when I get too busy and too tired, I will just toss like my clothes on the floor, like when I get ready for bed. And then it becomes a habit, and I end up with this giant pile of clothes on the floor.
I feel called out. How dare you?
Okay. Well, at least I'm not alone.
I mean, I don't have a giant pile of clothes on the floor.
I definitely have a giant pile of clothes on the floor right now. And
Well, I
since
totally do too.
my living space and my streaming space are the same space, that's gonna get cleaned up here first before I start any face cam streams.
So what I'm hearing is Corey needs a green screen to hide the mess.
That would be good, but that would also hide the pride flags, and I don't want to hide the pride flags.
Fair. But you can always take a picture of the pride flag and use that as your background. Like, clean up the space, take a picture of your space with pride flags, and then use that when the space is messy.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Honestly, it's not that much.
No, it's not. Neither is taking care of my clothes.
No, taking care of clothes is definitely too much work.
To be fair, also, they would go in a
Yes.
laundry basket, except my laundry basket is still full of clean clothes from the last time I did laundry. Which
So I have 2 laundry baskets. I have one for clean clothes.
I've been
one
thinking
for
about
dirty
it.
clothes.
I'm also still getting used to the fact that I have access to laundry at the place where I live, and I don't have to wait a month to go do laundry. So, still getting used to that. Okay, I guess we're not done with this. Pleasant morning to you too, Merlin, even though it is afternoon. This might actually be the first time I've seen this game in full sunlight, since it's synced to my time zone. You just waved your hand. Was that supposed to? I know you're magic and everything, but like there was no magic. You just waved your hand. And
I think that's his point.
It does not work. I have tried. Sure, stronger pickaxe. Unless we find some dynamite. Dynamite might work.
Do you ever think about dynamite as a solution?
Well, apparently Elsa doesn't think it's a good idea. I mean, she might have a point, but...
Yeah.
I also don't think her idea of physics really makes sense. Yes, the ice might be thick, but I don't think the heat of the sun...
We might need cream to melt the ice.
It would just take longer to melt. You would need more heat. It would just take longer.
Because even if it's only a degree higher than freezing, it will still eventually melt.
Right, exactly. A flaming pickaxe. Yes. Ah. Peanut. Hello again. That is my bladder. If you could not stand. Thank you.
Cats stand anywhere else but on the bladder.
I don't think they do, actually.
I'm about to say, I can't stand on the bladder.
I feel like we're making a recipe and not like we're definitely making a dish to eat and not a pickaxe.
I know, right?
Sunflower,
Garlic,
sugarcane, garlic, lemons.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a salad. Oh, we're making a potion. Okay. It'll be one tasty potion. Although, can you eat sunflowers?
Sunflower seeds.
Yeah, the seeds.
Yeah, that I know. Can you actually? Because like you can eat dandelions. Can you eat sunflowers?
Now, Corey's not saying this, but chat, don't eat random flowers.
Nope.
No.
No, I admitted you weren't saying it. I'm not implying you're saying it.
I am genuinely curious.
Oh, I know, there's definitely a bunch of edible flowers, but I don't know about...
Oh, it's on this side. Right. And if you do happen to know of edible flowers, don't just go pick them and eat them either. Because you don't know what's been on. Wait.
Oh, Vinny.
A vial of ocean water.
Cup. Oh.
Same
Tiger,
goes
don't
with
you even
mushrooms.
think about it.
Did Yamanaka say something about mushrooms?
I said same goes with mushrooms.
That's true. Don't go eat random mushrooms. Don't even go
mushrooms, right?
pick random mushrooms, because some mushrooms are not good to pick. Just admire the mushrooms for what they are and what they do. Okay, I'm in the ocean. I have an empty vial. No, I don't want to drop it. Can I? How do I get a vial of ocean water? I have a vial.
Look around the edge of the water.
Oh. Oh, I see. Crap, I gotta go around.
I did the same thing.
Has to be at just the right part of the ocean.
Right, you can't possibly just take any old vial and just drop it into the water and pick up a vial of ocean water. That's just silly.
Obviously not.
Oy. I forgot that there was a well over here. See what I mean about forgetting about fast traveling? But I'm using the empty file. I'm using the vial to fill with water, which means I'm taking the vial out of my inventory, putting the water into it, and then adding the game logic.
Hi there, pal.
No, I don't want to buy.
Oh, Vinny. Hi.
Someone was feeling left out.
Yep.
Also, since I'm here, and I have... No, it's 10,000. I do not have them. Hi, Goofy. Okay. I don't actually think I have sunflowers in my inventory. I do have lemons. And I do have sugarcane.
Oh, it's just sunflowers took me forever.
Really?
Yes, because there was only 3 on the island at the time.
Oh. Okay. Again, we just talked about the fast traveling and I already forgot about it. I forget about it in Elden Ring too. DJ will mention it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's totally a thing.
You know, you'll probably remember the fast traveling like when you're about to beat the game.
Probably. Oh, wait, I'm making a potion. I probably actually have to cook it. Right? No.
No, you'll take the ingredients to them, I think, maybe.
Oh, I actually need to grab the ingredients. That's annoying. Wait! Do I not actually have sugarcane? Where's my sugarcane? Oh, I needed 5 sunflowers. Now it makes sense why you said it took forever, because there's only 3 on the whole island. This was not the sugarcane.
Canola.
It's not the sugarcane. I don't know what the sugarcane looks like. I planted it. Nope. Oh, I do have sugarcane. I'm blind. This is why I wear glasses. And even then, they cannot help me. All the time. Alright, I gotta go find more sunflowers, and there better be more sunflowers somewhere, or I will riot.
So let's prepare for a riot, chat.
Yeah.
No, don't say that. Oh look, a sunflower.
Sunflowers.
Wow.
4. Ugh. Let's see if there's any more over here. That's not even the right area. The beach. I don't know how that happened. Okay. I just need 1 more sunflower.
Oh my gosh. Or it got super linky.
Are you... Did I already feed
Now
you?
you can craft it.
Well, that's silly. I wanted to craft it without all of the materials, and why are all of the people here? The map showed so many people in this area. Mickey, why are you at... My crafting table is not in the house.
Oh, Benny.
Alright, perfect. I did it. I did the thing.
I'm just wondering what part of that potion did you use the hammer on?
You know, that's a great question. I don't ask questions.
And no pots involved. No spoons.
Nope, just the vial of ocean water. Which I assume we filled? Oh, Kristoff. No. Hi, can I? No. No, you cannot. Elsa! Elsa, where did you go? You're here. Somewhere.
In the house?
No, I think
On
she's
this
on...
house.
She's on this side. Nope. Yeah, she's on the side. There is a house icon by her.
You can click on her and it'll
in the cave.
Tell you where she is.
I'm just super confused.
Is she in the cave?
That's what I'm wondering. Which I don't know how she got there. Did not tell me.
Is
Where's
she sleeping?
Where is it supposed to tell you?
Now exit out of the map.
It just unclicks off of her.
Oh.
Unless I... Hold on.
Yeah, make sure it's pink. There you go. Yeah,
Aha.
I'll tell you where she is. She is in the cave.
How in the world did
She's
you...
sleeping.
Hi, Crim. You know, this is my first time actually seeing this game. I almost asked you why you're running around as Anna. This is me. Thank you very much. How did she get in there? I don't even have the... Alright, fine. Your quest is...
It took too long to make the potion.
Apparently.
She went to sleep.
You're aware it's me now? Listen, it's fine. Also, if you are able to, Crim, you are welcome to join us.
Yeah, I'm here too.
We're all here now.
Join us.
One of us, Crim.
Or rather, it'll be more like me soon. Because like I said, I kind of want to do this haircut. I'm just slowly getting sick of hair.
Oh, hair totally sucks.
New work stuff showed up?
Hair long, but it's so heavy.
Aw. Yeah, I used to want really long hair, but my hair would never grow that long. New work stuff. New monitor, laptop. Wow. They're really hooking you up with that, huh?
Mine grows down to my waist.
I mean, that's fair.
I've wanted it long, but I've never had the patience for it.
See, mine wouldn't
get
grow.
Frustrated.
Mine would never grow past a certain length. It would get there and it would just stop growing. Which for little Corey, who wanted super long hair down to her butt, that was very devastating.
Oh yeah.
Like I cried. I threw a literal tantrum whenever my mom cut my hair. Because I thought she was the one not letting it grow. Because I didn't understand split ends and everything. And she wouldn't cut that much off, to be fair. She would just cut the split ends and help keep it healthy so it could grow. But I would bawl. Because she would cut my hair.
Keep my hair that short when I was little.
Nope. I remember
So short.
There was a time when I was in, I think it's 6th grade, when I was just over a lot of things. I was not in a good mental space. And I did not want to deal with my hair. Was it funny reactions? Can we get your mom to tell us the story? I don't think so, but she would probably still tell you the stories if you asked her. But, so I didn't care about my appearance. I was wearing a lot of baggy clothes. I didn't want to deal with my hair. So, like, I would take a shower, and immediately after I cleaned it, like, washed my hair, I would put it up into a tight bun. And it would stay in a bun day and night. Because I did not want to mess with it. And as we all here probably know, and, you know, everybody watching, if you're female, probably knows, or if you have long hair. I shouldn't just say female because men have long hair and non-binary people can have long hair. But if you have long hair, what you probably will realize is that that's not good for your hair. And I took it down at one point to like wash it or something, and it was so tangled and knotted that my mom could not untangle it. And she had to cut it super short to get all the knots out. And I cried. I remember just sobbing. And it was my fault because I didn't understand, but I also, you know, just did not. I wanted long hair, but I also just did not want to deal with it because I just didn't have the energy with that poor mental state I was in to do anything with it. But I still wanted super long hair, and so like I just sobbed as my mom had to cut my hair. That's my attitude towards everything? That's not good. I want it, but don't have the energy to deal with it. Yeah. I mean, it's fair. Why did you bury the scroll in a chest on the beach? And throw the key into the water? Oh, you're such an ass. Oh.
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta do some chores.
Okay.
Be back soon.
Okie dokes.
Take care. That is such a dick move. Here, do all this work for me, build me this thing, and I will give you the scroll. Oh, by the way, I don't actually have the scroll. I buried it in the ground on the beach and tossed the key you're gonna need into a glade.
So nobody will steal it.
He couldn't have just told us that from the beginning. We did all this work for him, and now we have to do even more work to find this stupid thing we need. Oy. For another person who won't even appreciate all our hard work. Oh. Okay. So it's somewhere on the beach.
Corey is like a princess.
What? Did Corey just say that Scrooge McDuck did a dick move? Listen, I call it as it is, okay? You tell me I'm wrong. What would be the Disney princess version of saying that somebody did that? Scrooge, it isn't money for him, he doesn't care. Well, yeah, but still. What would be the Disney way of saying that somebody just did a dick move? I'm sure there's a way to say it. In a Disney way.
No idea.
I don't know, I'm not a Disney princess. Hey look, I found it! Ah! Stop doing that! Hey developers, if you could fix this camera issue. I tend to be more of a villain? Yeah, I can see that. I don't think I would technically be the Disney princess material either. I don't actually have anything to sell to you. Alright. Let's travel home. I like all the green vegetable images by my house. Did you just agree that I'm a villain? I said I could see that. I guess it would depend if we're talking about like a Disney movie or a Disney original series. Because those are two different things. And I think in a Disney original series, you would not be the villain.
I'm gonna pop out to rest.
Okay, take care, Burb.
Yep. You guys enjoy Disney.
Have a good rest.
Thank you.
Why do I now have two
Another
empty
two
vials?
again.
What?
Then there were two
Oh.
again.
And then there
It's
were
a fluctuation of people. Very strange.
Certainly wasn't what I anticipated, but you know, it's all good. Dang it. I missed the night sharks. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so in a Disney original movie, probably not the villain. In a Disney movie or cartoon, potentially. Oh look, sunflowers!
I would be the misunderstood fairy like Maleficent.
Yeah, but Maleficent was villain in the movies.
Because they didn't let her go to the party.
And that's an excuse to try to kill
According
a
to fairy
child?
tradition, yes.
You know, that's fair.
All fairies are invited to the party.
Huh. Hey, I'd be a Disney villain. They always get the best songs. Okay.
They do get the best songs.
I cannot disagree there. Although not all Disney villains get songs. Now that I think about it. Because what's his name? The Hun from Milan did not have his own song. Oh, look, a key.
Oh, Cream, you're gonna want me to... I want to sing. I want to can't. That'll be terrible.
Ooh, Hellfire was a good song. Even though it was an awful song, it was a good song. I'm gonna have to go listen to Disney soundtracks now after this. Yeah, I don't think... No,
Hades
wait.
got a song.
Did he? I don't actually think he did. I'm gonna catch Ursula. We're gonna go down this mental rabbit hole of Disney villain songs. To try to recall all the Disney villains and who does and does not have a song.
The only Disney villain I can have no sympathy for whatsoever is Cruella.
That's true.
She's evil.
And she did have a song.
She did.
Oh. I don't want to bring the chest and the key to Mother Gothel. I don't like Mother Gothel. I don't want to do her any favors. Where even is she? That, speaking of, Krim brings up Mother Gothel's song. As we're looking for her. She's somewhere.
I might be thinking about the cartoon.
For what?
Hercules.
What else would you be thinking of? The
Well,
TV
no, there
series?
was a series.
Oh, an
Aladdin.
animated series?
Yeah.
Oh.
Aladdin, Little Mermaid, and Hercules, all three had an animated series.
Just confirmed Hades does not get a song in the movie. Nice.
I'm thinking.
I mean, not nice. I mean, that's kind of weird. I'm not gonna make you hardcore plays.
He has like a
Oh, hello, dear.
instrumental song that plays when he's around. But
Hades?
Oh, how nice.
yeah.
It did not take any effort on your. Okay.
I'm just teasing.
Yeah, whatever. Mwah. I'm gonna take a really quick break. I'm not gonna put the timer up because I'm not gonna be gone that long. But surprise, Mother Gothel doesn't hate you. Why? Because I don't have really long golden hair. You know, that's fair. Yeah, so I'm just gonna mute the microphone. Zana, do you want to be...
Yeah.
Okay, so Zana and I are gonna step away for a few. It'll be quick on my part. Zana, take your time, and we'll be back in a few, okay? Okay, I am back. Okay. I told you it was going to be just a quick break. I don't want, but I should. Hydrate? I'm staying pretty hydrated. I have pop here, which I realize is not the most hydrating thing, but it is what I have. I know. Since you can't see me.
What a pleasure.
You're not my mother. I'm not going to call you mother. I despise her. I truly despise her. Alright, is Elsa awake yet? In this game or in the movie too? I mean, does she have any redeeming qualities in the movie? She's still... Okay. I don't really like her in the movie either, no. What makes her a good villain? She's very hateable. I mean, that's true. This basket. I'll take all your seafood. I want to pick up the conch shell, but I can't. I want to walk. Fine. Coconuts? Coconut. I had a coconut tree, and then it was gone. I planted the eel, a coconut tree was born, and then it was gone. I didn't think that was how coconuts work, but apparently it is. Are there any likable Disney villains? I think they're all pretty. You like Hades. Okay, I guess in the grand scheme of things, Hades wasn't actually that bad. I think the biggest thing that made him the villain was that he was the god of the underworld. Hades is hilarious. That's true. You're very demanding. Oh. A 5-star meal? Oh, you don't want much, do you? Okay. I need milk. On onions, don't have. Could do this. No. What am I missing? Ah. Hannah was here, I'm sure he'd say he's a fan of a lot of villains. I mean, probably. Is that shrimp? That's probably shrimp. Yeah, I don't have any shrimp. 5-star. I don't have onions. I don't have onions. Why do I not have onions? I guess I have to go fish for some shrimp. Or upgrade some stalls. I should probably upgrade all of Goofy's stalls. Why do you need a 5-star meal?
Why did I have to make morning so early?
Wonder what Goofy's up to.
Actually, gonna come over here. Probably should also upgrade Moana's boat.
Oh, greetings, neighbor.
Sure.
Heck.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Maui wants a 5-star meal.
Hope you
Oh, yeah.
Which requires things I don't have. Like onions.
Do you have fruit and milk?
I do.
Let me tell you how to make this. This is
A new recipe? A new recipe.
a new recipe.
Gosh, I need to get back into playing Final Fantasy X. I have to get back to playing any of my Xbox games. So you can say to him, what can I say except you're welcome after you give it to him?
Oh, and sugar cane.
I do have that as well. Okay, so
3 fruit.
okay.
Milk
Uh-huh.
and sugar cane.
Done. Oh. Pastry, cream, and fruits. That looks like a fruit sundae is what it looks like.
It looks good, doesn't it?
It does look good. Alright, let's go give this to Maui, who was just here. Gosh, these guys, there he is. I was gonna say, they disappear really fast sometimes.
give me a hand.
Elsa's still in her cave.
Maui always has time for
She's
his
still
pet.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, when I was trying to get the book from Anna's house, Kristoff was sleeping in the house and I couldn't go inside to get the book.
Oh,
I had to wait
no.
for Kristoff to go get up.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, they don't sleep very long though.
That's good.
All right, Maui out.
Oh, Kidoki. See, that would be great also, Krim, if Maui didn't make everything about him.
Yeah, yep. Yep.
See, now he gave me this powerful, more powerful axe, and he's gonna be like, what can I say except you're welcome?
What took you so long?
What did I find? I actually don't know. What did I find? Oh, what was that?
Oh.
Sandstone. How does sandstone make you remember that you brought fire to Dreamlight Valley? What is... I want to know what the correlation is there.
His ego.
Don't you dare question Disney logic. Oh gosh. Hey. Sand, rocks, coal, and red flowers to make fire.
welcome.
Okay, Elsa, are you still sleeping? Yes. She is still in the cave. I don't know if she's not actually sleeping because she's not grayed out and there are no Z's. But she is in her cave. WTF.
Oh, can you use the potion on that pickaxe? Or not the... Yeah, it's the pickaxe.
It says to give it to Elsa.
Hmm.
Yeah, it says bring the warmth of summer potion to Elsa.
Interesting.
My parents are shouting in the background. Luckily, it doesn't look like the mic is picking them up, but...
Good to see you.
Sometimes my parents
Oh, it's
are...
a glitch.
What's a glitch?
Elsa being in the cave.
What? Of course. Can she not get out now? Because that would definitely be my my luck. Wait. Wait, coal ore? That's what I have, right? That's the coal. I should have...
Oh no, getting stuck in the cave. After players usually try to upgrade.
That's a red bellflower. I only have 2 of those. I will have to go and pick it up. So, does she get stuck in there?
Trying to
Because that would suck.
understand.
Okay, red flower. Perfect. Right there. A granite fireball.
Oh no, it's saying you get stuck in the cave.
Oh!
Oh,
I haven't even
That's a
unlocked it
glitch.
yet. Oh, where are we gonna put this thing? Oh, it's not very big. But I feel like the best place for it is on the beach. Maui lives there. Should we give it to, Moana? Like, here, have some fire.
Do it.
You're welcome. Alright, left Maui over. Okay, Maui, where did you go? Why is he over there all of a sudden? I know I can teleport, but why are the characters teleporting?
Hey, took you so long? I'm just kidding. Hey.
Sure. Okay. Elsa is still in her house. And Kristoff has a new thing for me. Look at all the sand. I'm trying to get through. I only have 3 more. And then we can pick up more quests. Which means befriending people again. I'll take that. Ooh, an outfit. Oh, horns? Okay. But like, that's kind of cute. I have horns now. Like a real trip. I am now a Disney dragon princess. Yes?
I like how you have Maleficent horns.
It's fine. She does turn into a dragon, so it kind of does make sense.
She is a dragon. Fairy.
So, but we're also not going to talk about it. Now I just need a tail. And wings. Rawr. Oh look, Zana! Sunflowers!
Oh my gosh.
I have so many.
I have a lot of the rare red and pink hydrangeas.
Oh?
But not sunflowers. They don't like to spawn for me.
Huh. Well, that's rude.
I picked every flower on the island to make more sunflower spawn. Or on the beach, I should say. That fire pit is cute.
It is cute. You've got a question. Okay, what's your question? I may have an answer. Now, let me through. No, you're not
I
going
don't know if I like the innocent.
Yeah.
Huh.
You
That's-
like Muse and Evanescence? Evanescence, definitely. Muse, I only really know of a couple of songs.
I love the Muse.
I'm struggling even to remember one that I know. But I do know I know a couple. What? Why the gasp?
Lick gasp.
I mean, I probably listen to more than I realize because I am notorious for not actually paying attention to artist names when I listen to music. I'm basically just like, oh yes, I like this song. And sometimes I'll be like, I wonder who it's by, and I'll look. And then I'll forget. inventory is full. Oh. Oh, I'm eating those. I could have just eaten.
My favorite album is Uprising.
Okay.
Or song.
Hold on.
I like the Resistance album.
A redhead scarf. Hold on. I have Spotify open. Let's go to my library. Try to carefully not actually click on something. No, I want my like songs. Search. There's actually another reason you asked, though? Okay. Uprising is the one Muse song that is in my liked songs list. I know there are others. That I have listened to. Oh yeah, Supermassive Black Hole. I actually do like that song.
Wanna go to a concert?
A concert in this economy? Usually I would say yes. However, I am out of any sort of vacation. Oh, next year. That's a long way away. I haven't been in a concert in years. I think my last concert was... Oh no, my last concert was a Pink concert, and that was with my first roommate. So that was like 4, 5 years ago. I thought I was being stabbed. I just saw the shadow. What venue are they gonna be at? Columbus.
Oh
Really?
yeah, I could go to Columbus.
We would have to see. I cannot make any long-term commitments at this time.
Now this is an island I can spend some time on.
I'm glad. I need the shrimp. Fine, I'm eating this. Oh, I dropped the swordfish. Ah! Lots of shrimp. I did not do this in the best... Oh, I missed the last one. I'll make you make a commitment. Excuse? You cannot make me make a commitment. Uh-oh. What? Okay. For some reason, my controller was not letting me click on that. I could go up and down, but I could not click on something. Purchase everything and make you feel... Listen! No! That's not how this works.
Oh my goodness. That's evil.
look, another swordfish. Just grab this one off the beach. I'm glad it didn't just flop back into the water. Elsa, are you out of your cave yet? No. I think she's stuck there. Okay. What other
I'll
quests?
come back eventually.
Eventually. How much money do we got? Hey. Hey, Elsa, want to hang out?
Wow, am I happy to see
Or
you.
Anna, not Elsa. I was thinking about your sister,
Oh,
because I kind of need to finish her quest, but... Hang on. Go empty my inventory. I also want to do something with my house. Upgrade my house again. So I can have more storage. I have a lot of stone. Should
I
do
don't think
something.
I've kept any of the stone. I think I've sold all of them.
Well, I probably would have done that if I wasn't like, I'm probably gonna need all of this. Or
Eventually
things.
I'll go out and get iron to make new street lights. That's all I've seen the stone used for.
Yeah. That
I'm
didn't
like,
really...
I don't like farming for iron. Or clay.
I'm using all my seaweed for fiber to make rope. I actually think that there's fiber in here, and I'll be so mad if that's true.
Your garden is so pretty.
Thank you! Oh, there's not. Okay. I I wanted it to be nice, neat rows of things when I planted it, but my character did not comply in a couple of spots, so they're not nice, neat rows anymore. And I didn't have enough of this one. But yeah. Oh, right. I gotta put the fruits away. I don't know if I have room for all this food. I do not have room for all of this food. Well. This was supposed to be seafood and seeds, and then things happened.
Yeah.
I have sold some of my rocks. Just because I had so many, actually.
You'll be prepared for the future.
I guess so. But I think I am going to take a stack of them out. I get so tired of having so many things in my inventory. Oh, there's swordfish in here. I'll give those to Goofy too. Did I leave? Oh, just a rock. The sun is setting. At 6 o'clock? I don't think this game knows my time zone very well. The sun is not.
It's on daylight savings time already.
Is it? Guess so.
You know, when the sun sets at like 5 o'clock.
Oh, goodness. Yep. It's the least wonderful time.
Hibernating season.
Dragon hibernating season.
Mm-hmm.
I wish.
You're like, nope, I'm not going anywhere after 6. It's too dark. Yes.
I don't get out until 6. I gotta drive home in the dark.
Oh no.
And it'll probably be dark when I wake up. Because that's how it works.
Yeah, it'll be super dark when I wake up.
I have randomly an Into the Woods song now stuck in my head. Have you ever seen Into the Woods?
Yes, I love that movie.
So I haven't seen the movie, so I can't say anything about the movie. But I was in theater as a kid. And we did do Into the Woods. Though if I understand correctly, it was only like the first half or like the first act or something like that of Into the Woods.
Mm-hmm. Cute.
So I am familiar with the beginning. And because I said I wish, now the song is stuck in my head. And I can't sing it because it's copywritten. Pretty sure. Most likely.
We'll have to watch the movie so you know the end.
Yeah, because I totally thought it was the end. Like, we did the whole thing. But then I was talking to some people in Brian's chat, or in his Discord, and they were talking about how, like, most, like, school level performances only do, like, a portion of it.
It's so long.
And I was like, oh.
It
And
is so long.
Is it? That makes sense then. Because my brain was like, I wonder why they do that. Because, like, it's obviously not because of the content. Because that didn't make a difference. Just gonna eat this cheese. So now I'm curious. How the rest of it goes. I also have a ton of sand.
It is on Disney Plus.
Ooh. Nice. There was something else on Disney Plus I had to check out. I think it was an Ace Rep show or something. I don't remember. I can now build Ursula's house.
Oh, and Hocus Pocus too?
Yeah, I was hearing about a second one.
Good day to you. Whoa! Ho, ho, ho.
Alright, we're gonna go in.
It came out today.
Oh, did it?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Oh, this is it. Oh, I thought it was a chest. Oh, look, a throne. Yes. I now rule these seas. Anna, you're supposed to bow. Interesting. No treasure chests, though. Lots of places to sit. But no treasure. Disappointed. There's also water. Can I fish here? No. Oh. Alright. That was interesting. Why did I go around? I kind of forgot this was open. The thunder? Oh, coconut trees. That I am picking up from this. I think it's the game. Pretty sure it's the game, but it sounds kind of realistic, even though I know it's bright and sunshiny outside. Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
What? We have a Fossabot and a Nightbot command?
No, the other one is it shouted me out.
No. Fossabot shouted you out, and then Nightbot did the flashing lights, and then Fossabot did the flashing lights.
Oh, yep, there's two. One is smaller than the other. That's funny.
Fossabot? We don't need that one. The Nightbot one is actually really good. Hold on. Probably one of those things where we made the command in chat, and Fossabot, which is supposed to have a different suffix for at creating commands, still reacts to the Nightbot one, which is annoying. Gosh, Donald is so annoying sometimes. Like, I don't even know where he is, but I can hear him raging. It's just like, chill out, my dude. Oh, hold up. Talk to Ursula to see about her. Okay, fine. I'll go see what she thinks about her new home. Where is Ursula anyway? In her home. Perfect. Oh. I guess we're not gonna talk to her. No, wait. Come back.
Oh, it's you. Fabulous.
A gullible? Excuse me? No, I'm not gonna run a little errand for you. Sneak into houses and borrow. You want me to steal paper? I'll need to let them know first. Rude. So rude. Merlin's near his house. Is Elsa? No. I too have the sneaking suspicion that Elsa is trapped. Which will be bad news for me. For today. Does helping Ursula get paper make me a villain?
Nah, it's just paper.
That's the choice, though. Yeah, no one asked that. On the one hand, you are helping someone, while on the other hand, it's Ursula. So, it's a gray area? Thanks, Merlin. Guess we'll just start with Merlin's house. Hey, Merlin, do you have any paper? Look, there it is. Ooh. What is this? Can't steal it. Besides, Anna's sitting here watching. I probably shouldn't do anything villainous with her following me. Hi, too. The cat's pajamas. Does Wally have paper? Gonna go with no. Hi, Wally. One Wally for yes and two Wallies for no. Do you like the village? Yes. Do you prefer... This is not a yes or no question. Oh, Wally? I finally understand you? Great. I'm glad we had this conversation in which I totally understood everything you said, apparently. Even though I gave you options for yes and no questions, and then proceeded to ask you a non-yes or no question. Oh, good piece.
Poor Wally.
Mm-hmm. Paper. Oh, I can't furnish your... We have the same couch. This cannot happen. Hey, Mickey, do you got any paper? That looks like a yes.
My neighbors are great.
I'm glad. You know that room. What do you think of my work?
I hope they have Todd and Copper in this game.
Oh, that would be cute. Alright, now Mickey has another quest for me. I don't... Is this... So I don't remember the exact movie it's from, but this room, when he's a sorcerer's apprentice, where is that from?
Who?
Mickey.
Fantasia.
Is it from Fantasia?
Mm-hmm.
The movie...
That's when he does the instrumental with the brooms.
The one Disney movie I've never finished.
I love Fantasia.
It was a bit much for me.
I don't think my ancestors ever imagined we'd wait to a place like this.
Hello.
Buddy.
Bye-bye now. Greetings, neighbor.
Why not?
Whoa!
Add to my collection. Alright, I suppose we should go bring this paper to Ursula. Okay, Zana. You guys asked me last time I streamed this. I think it was Tuesday when you actually... No. Was it Tuesday when you asked? Anyway, you guys asked me, what is your favorite Disney movie?
Beauty and the Beast.
That was quick.
This.
Zana's been thinking about this.
No, it's been my favorite Disney movie since I was itty bitty.
Fox and the Hound for Krim? Yeah, that makes sense. Was it cute?
Fox
movie?
and Hound is a close second for me. And then The Great Mouse Detective would have to be third.
Ooh, The Great Mouse Detective was a good one. I didn't realize that was a Disney movie.
It is.
But I love a lot of Disney movies. That's
Not a really.
fair.
It's kind of like Treasure Planet where people kind of forget about it.
Is that a Disney movie?
I think, or Atlantis. I know it is.
Atlantis I know is, but is Treasure Planet Disney?
Yes.
Then I have my answer finally. I think Treasure Planet would be my favorite Disney movie.
Nice. It's a good one. Oh yeah, 101 Dalmatians is really good too.
Ooh, yeah. Wait. Craft purple pick.
It's one of the few ones that I really like the live version. Oh, and Pete's Dragon.
Ooh, Pete's Dragon is good. One of my favorite animated shows isn't Disney though. What is it? Share.
Pete's Dragon is how I started really liking dragons.
Pete's Dragon was good. But that wasn't even an animated movie.
Yeah, it was. Well, no, well, Pete, what? Not Pete.
The dragon was, yeah.
The dragon was animated.
Ooh, an American Tail.
Goes West. Yes,
Dragon's name is
Elliot.
Oh yeah. It's been a while.
Elliot. He's a good boy.
An American
I still remember the money song.
An American Tail was a good movie. I even
So was
liked
Bob
the
Hope.
other. Let's see. Goes West, and then there were at least three of them, and I feel like they were all pretty good. I need to figure out what to do with all the... The original American Tail was good, but Five Goes West was far and beyond my favorite. You know, that is fair. I don't want to craft another empty vial. I have an empty vial.
Oh, the last one they go to New York.
Yep.
Oh, no, from New York to the Wild. You know, my memory is
Oh, yeah,
terrible.
New York was the first one. There were...
Yeah.
That's very possible.
The Treasure of Manhattan Island. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Hmm. They went back to New York?
Yep.
Interesting. Oh, I need another hermit. Oh, a mystery one. I vaguely remember that one.
Black Cauldron was another good animated movie.
That one, I remember liking it, but I do not recall it very well. Because I think when I watched it, it was with some younger cousins who it was a bit much for. Like it scared them a little. Because it is kind of dark.
It is very dark. And The Secret of Nim. I really like that one.
The Secret of Nim is a good movie. Fern Gully was good too.
Oh, I love Fern Gully.
And it's kind of sad because, like, when I sit there and think about animated movies that Robin Williams voiced in, I will always forget that one. The Brave Little Toaster!
I love the Brave Little Toaster.
Oh, I haven't seen The Brave Little Toaster, and I don't know how... We're gonna have to do, like, a nostalgia movie night.
We are.
I want to watch The Brave Little Toaster again. What are you doing to me? I was not expecting the stream to get all nostalgic. Why? Oh, you need... Oh. You need both purple flowers. What was that one animated movie where there was the kid on like a flying bed?
Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Is that the one?
Yep.
And there was like this, like, I don't, kind of older guy who I smoked cigars, I think.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
I know I saw that movie, the Bedknobs, or yeah, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I'm just Angela Lansbury. Don't ask me names.
It was partially animated. Like the world was animated.
Uh-huh.
Because it was made during the time, kind of like Babes in Toyland and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I love Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That was a good, cute story.
Mm-hmm.
We used to watch that all the time growing up. Hold on. Now I have to go Google bed knob and broomsticks.
Here you go, Corey.
What? No, I don't. Hold on. Let me scroll through some images. Because I don't think this is the one I'm thinking of. Maybe it is, and I'm just not seeing the one picture that I've got stuck in my head. Little Nemo. That's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, Nemo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the guy with the cigar. I remembered it right. I don't think I saw that movie like more than once. But I had, like, it apparently left an impression because I can remember it. Which, you all know me, that's not my usual MO. I don't even remember the plot of that movie. I just remember that image, and I remember liking it. Goodness gracious. Some old memories we're trying to dredge up here.
There was one movie, I thought I dreamed about it, but apparently it was a real movie.
Oh?
And they remade it. It's the one about the witches and they turn the kids into mice.
Stop sitting down and talk to Ursula!
This.
Witches that turn kids into mice?
Yep. I always forget what it's called.
Is it an animated movie?
Hello, dear.
Yep. I think it's partially animated. It's another one of those.
Okay. Movie with witches and mice. It's just called Witches? Or The Witches?
Yep.
Yep, The Witches. 1990 film. I don't think I've ever seen this. Produced by Jim Henson. Nope, I have never seen this. Oh, interesting. Oh. But for some reason, that unlocked another movie. The Page Master.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It's a good movie. Oh, thank you so much for the fish in return for me helping you in your evil little schemes. I am so appreciated for the fish. Okay.
Oh, it's a stop motion film. Okay.
She's still in there. She's probably going to be in there until I leave the game and come back.
Yeah, probably.
Did I not have... I had 7 rope. I remember having 7 rope. I purposefully made 7 rope. And now I have 5. How did this happen?
Did you make something else?
Class files?
Oh no.
That's all I can think of. Okay. Clay and iron. I can make iron ingots. I need 10 of them? I can make 2. Alright, we're gonna be hunting for iron and
Time to dig
clay.
up the glades.
Grass. Clay. Grass. I'm gonna sell a bunch of grass. What happens if I just dig in one spot? Constantly.
No, it won't work.
Darn it. It was worth a shot. I don't need money. I mean, I always need money, but... At least Anna's getting experience.
Well, you said it's not just one, it's multiple clays you get when you pick it up.
That's fair. That is fair. I will take
that. Would be
that.
terrible.
Right. Energy. Time for some sushi. Excuse me, squirrel friend. Grass. There's no grass here. What do I do with night shards?
You can make them into purified dreamlight.
Oh.
Or purified shards. There's a few quests that need them.
Made the night shards?
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Wait, no! I think I just saw a ghost.
Minnie.
It definitely looked like Minnie. Why is Minnie running around like a ghost? Zana knows things. Because Zana is further ahead than I am.
Yeah.
No, I didn't need the gold. Scrooge, stop planting your gold into the ground. Okay, got the clay.
But you can take it.
Yes. Oops. But also, clay, not gold. Okay, now time to get some iron. Any other trips down memory lane that chat wants to share? Old nostalgic movies? Alright, I'm gonna eat the shrimp. I need this. I need this. I would love to take that ruby? Garnet? I don't even know. Think of other old movies.
I
Bye,
can't
Emerald.
think of too many more. Princess Swan was good.
I don't actually think
Or
I
the
ever
Swan Princess.
saw that one.
And sad movie, but The Last Unicorn.
Never saw that one either. Or at least everything. I guess I can sell you this empty vial.
Oh, good boy.
So, I kind of need your help.
Yep, I can see that. I am also currently ignoring you. I'm almost caught up on quests. I want to clear them before I add more. Before my brain just explodes. Come along, Anna. Hey, Anna, you want to go and drag your sister out of her ice palace?
Pleasant morning to you.
It's evening. Like DJ. No matter what time. Good morning. Even when it's not.
Always morning. Too early.
I hear Elsa's music. What is she doing in there?
Having a housewarming party.
That nobody can go to because... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Because nobody can access it except for her, apparently. 3,000! I don't have it. I need iron. Get stuck on everything. Hmm. Well. Back down here we go. At the other side. Nice. Ooh.
A cute bed.
It is indeed. I'm eating the raccoon's favorite food. Poor raccoons. Come on, rocks, iron. Thank you. I need a lot of iron, though. Well, I think that's about it. For now. Fine, I suppose we should go talk to Kristoff.
Hey there. Goodbye.
Bye. Uh-oh. Where did Kristoff go? Okay. I have a lot of these shards. Oh, purified night shards? What it? I could turn these into tree. Only 5,000. Son of a gun. Hmm. I can make 3 more. I'm halfway there.
Ooh.
There's a song for that, I think. Maybe not. Alright. Where is Kristoff? There you are. You have something for me and someone else has something for me. I'm easily confused. And where to go in these places. Ah! Kristoff? Where? Where are you? There you are. Come here, Kristoff.
Hi. May I? Can we talk?
Yes.
Oh.
Odd. I totally read Donald as Daniel.
Huh.
How did you survive by yourself? You made a shelter. Oh. Alright then. We're gonna make soap. It's a useful skill to learn. Isn't lye kind of bad?
Ah,
Ashes?
how it's made?
I felt like lye was kind of like, not quite acidic, but like bad for your skin. Hold on. I don't know how it's made either, but
It's used for a lot of things.
strongly alkaline solution, especially of potassium hydroxide used for washing and cleansing. Is lye harmful to humans? Strong caustic liquid. Be safe to use in very small amounts in cooking, but it can be dangerous if lye water is swallowed undiluted straight from the bottle. Can cause severe corrosive burns. Yeah, so it's not the best thing to use. Oh. So this is actually kind of realistic because to make lye, you actually had to have ash. You had to have white ashes. And then you mix it with water and baking soda to penetrate the ash and remove the lye. Interesting. Chat, don't go make lye. It's not, don't do it. We need a campfire. I don't remember.
Okay, I see. I see how it's used for soap.
Oh.
The lye leaves the soap.
Ah.
Yeah, but it's you have to do your research to make soap and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
You
it's
be extra careful.
It's not something you can just go out and do.
I really appreciate it.
Alright, well, where... Oh, hello. This wasn't here before. We're about out of time, though. It's about 7 o'clock. So... I'm gonna wrap it up here.
Bye, chat.
Donna's ahead of the game. Hold on, I'm gonna clear some things. Okay. Saved. Quick games. Oh. Donna, thank you for hanging out with me.
Thanks for having me.
And all my other friends who might be lurking who stopped in to chat for a bit. Thank you, chat, for stopping by and hanging out and vibing. I hope the vibes were just what you needed. Nice and chill and home at the end of the week that may have been hectic. And yeah, who is streaming right now? Do I have anybody? Anybody? Well, none of my friends are streaming, so I'm gonna send you all to Nega Orcs. Ooh. Hold on, let me just make sure. The last time I tried to do something like this, I did it at the end of stream. Okay, so it should be good. So we're gonna go over there. NegaWorks is playing Children of the Light. Yeah, Sky Children of the Light. Which actually looked like a really good game. I spelled everything right. Alright. Send you guys over there. Make sure that you are listening to the rules, listen to the mods. Have a good time, chill, relax, vibe as you do here. And I will see you guys, hopefully, fingers crossed, on Monday. Maybe, depending, we'll see. My parents have to work tomorrow before the festival, so maybe if I wake up, we can do a short stream before they get home. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not promising anything. But until next time, guys, take care, be safe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye now.